William Shakespeare's contributions to music and literature. William Shakespeare lived from 1564 to 1616. Born in Stratford upon Avon, United Kingdom. Best known English writer, English poet, playwright, and actor. Inspired musical history and literature. Some of William Shakespeare's famous works include Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet, Julius Caesar, Henry V, King Lear, As You Like It, Much Ado About Nothing, and The Merchant of Venice. 400 years after the passing of William Shakespeare, many of his plays are still performed and read by many people around the world. In particular, many adolescents in middle and high schools read his works year round. I remember my own time in high school in my literature and English classes, we read Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, Hamlet, and even Julius Caesar. In the modern world, Shakespeare's works are still studied and are as prevalent. Shakespeare's contributions to literature are immense, and some of them are that he created new words in the English language and tropes and influenced contemporary literature. He also contributed to the standardization of English grammar, language, spelling, vocabulary, and literature. In addition, Shakespeare invented, popularized, repurposed, and preserved thousands of common words in the English language. These are some famous quotes by Shakespeare that have incredible depth to them and are inspirational. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. Hamlet. But love is blind, and lovers cannot see. The Merchant of Venice. And of course, O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Romeo and Juliet. Self love, my liege, is not so vile a sin as self neglecting. Henry V. Here are some famous songs written by famous artists and bands: The Smiths, You've Got Everything Now, Elton John, The King Must Die, The Band, Ophelia, Arctic Monkeys, I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor, Taylor Swift, Love Story. Shakespeare has been an inspiration to artists globally, whether it may be in literature, theater, music, and painting. Artists are still discussing and being inspired by his works. The usage of Shakespeare's works in lyricism is further proof behind his contribution to the musical and literature world, and I'm certain he will remain relevant in history regardless of whether or not he still inspires audiences. Regardless, Shakespeare has cemented himself into history. Artists like Taylor Swift, who is a global sensation, has been inspired by Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet and wrote the song Love Story because of his work. Throughout the list of these songs, Love Story remains one of my favorites, and despite the time that has passed since its release, it gives an individual nostalgia and inspires lovers and listeners. I believe that is the relevance of Shakespeare.